Hello everybody, myself Dr. Meenakshi from GVM Girls College, Sonipat. Students, in my lecture today, we are going to discuss about some practical applications of AP, means arithmetic progression, and GP, that is geometrical progression, to some business problems. So before doing the problems, let us first discuss some notations that were used in arithmetic progression and geometric progression. In an arithmetic progression is what? The terms increase or decrease by a constant difference. Okay. These are the formulas which we will be using to discuss some problems of business mathematics. So let's try some problems based upon AP and GP. Students, before trying to solve any problem of business of AP or GP, first you have to try to understand the problems carefully and then judge by yourself whether the problem belongs to arithmetic progression or to the geometric progression, and what you are given and what you have to calculate. So let's try some problems. Question 1. A manufacturer installs a machine at a cost of rupees 1400. At the end of 9 years, the machine has a value rupees 200. Assuming the yearly depreciation to be a constant, find it. So first, what you are given is the initial cost of the machine, and that is rupees 1400. And it is also given that at the end of 9 years, the machine has a value rupees 200. So initially, the value of machine was 1400. And at the end of 9 years, the value of machine is 200 rupees. It means that the value of machine get depreciate, and it is also given that the depreciation is a constant. Okay, right. Let the yearly depreciation be D. Okay, so or you can say capital D, right? So the initial rate is 1400 of machine. After 1 year will be 1400 minus D. Now the value of machine after 2 years, it is 1400 minus D. So this is 1400 minus 2D. Similarly, the value of machine after 3 years, it's again 1400 because this is the annual depreciation. So again it depreciates by rupees minus D. So it is 1400 minus 3D and so on. Now see, if we make it as an initial term A, so if A, this you have taken as capital D, So here A is 1400 minus D. And the common difference, see, this is the second term and this is the first term. The common difference will be second term minus first term, third term minus second term, and so on. So the common difference D is minus of D. Okay, and we have to find out that at the end of 9 years, the machine has a value 200 rupees. So at the end of first year, this is the value. At the end of second year, this is the value. At the end of 3 years, this is the value. So at the end of 9 years, T9 means the ninth term, it is given you rupees 200. So T9 is 200. Okay, now you have to calculate this D because you have to find out the annual depreciation. So T9, make use of the formula for T9, and Tn is A plus N minus 1 into D, and that is A means 1400 minus D, 1400 minus D plus 9 minus 1 into minus D. So this is, as the small d is equal to minus of the capital D. So this is 1400 minus D and minus 8D. This is 1400 minus 9D. 1400 minus 9D. Now we are given Tn as 200. So we have 9D is 1400 minus 200. This is 1200. So D will be equal to 1200 divided by 9. So this is 400 divided by 3 and it is 133.33. A man, question number 2. A man buys a house for rupees 24,000. Okay? He pays 6,000 rupees, 6,000 in cash, and agrees to pay the balance in installments of rupees 1,000 plus 10% interest on unpaid amount. Then you have to find the total cost of house bracket including interest. What you are given? That a man buys a house for rupees 24,000, but instead of giving 24,000, he pay 6,000 in cash, and then he agrees to pay the installments of rupees 1,000 plus whatever amount is remaining to pay, right? So what we are given, that the total amount or total cost of house is rupees 24,000. Right. Now what he did? The initial amount paid in cash is rupees 6,000. And for what he agrees? He agrees to pay the unpaid amount. Unpaid amount means 6,000 he paid cash. Total cost was rupees 24,000. So he have to pay rupee 18,000 per installment as rupees 1,000 per installment. Plus he have to pay an interest of 10% on the unpaid amount. Now at the end of first year or the first installment, the unpaid amount is rupees 18,000. So for first installments, the interest paid at the time of first installment is 10% of unpaid amount. Means amount is 18,000, rate is 10, time is 1 year divided by 100. This is the formula for interest, amount into rate into time divided by 100. So how much amount he have to pay? Interest is rupees 1800. Okay. So this is the interest that he have to pay with first installment of rupees 1,000. It means at the end of 1 year he have to pay 1,000 plus 1800, that means 2,800 rupees. So the interest paid at the time of second installment. Now he have paid at the first installment he had paid 1,000 rupees. So the unpaid amount is 17,000. Now the second installment interest is 10% of the unpaid amount. See again, he have paid 6,000 in advance, 1,000 installment at the first installment. So now the unpaid amount is 18,000 minus 1,000. So it is 17,000 and the interest is 10% of the 17,000. So it is 1,700 rupees. Okay. Now the interest paid at the end of third installment or at the time of third installment, it is, now the unpaid amount is 17,000 minus 1,000. See, he always pay rupees 1,000 out of given first 18,000, then remaining amount is 17,000, then he pay again 1,000 and the unpaid amount is 16,000. The interest is in addition to the installment. So at the time of third installment, the interest is 16,000. This is the unpaid amount and the 10% of it. So this is 1,600 rupees. Okay. Now he have to pay this much amount for 18 years, right? Because he have to pay 18,000 rupees. So 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 he have to pay 18 times. So the total interest paid will be S18 total interest paid is S18, which is equal to 1,800 plus 1,700 plus 1,600 and so on up to 18 terms. And you know the formula for the sum of n terms of an AP is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into D. Here A is 1800 and D means the common difference. Second term minus first term, it's minus 100. Third term minus second term, it's again minus 100 and so on. So D is minus 100 and N is 18. So S18 will be 18 by 2 into 2 into A is 1800 plus N minus 1, that is 18 minus 1 into D, and D is minus 100. So this is 9 by 2 into 3600 minus 1700. So this is 9 by 2 into 1900. So this is 9 by, sorry, this is 9 into this. So this is 17,100 rupees. Now this is only the interest paid. Okay. In addition to this, he have paid 6,000 plus 1,000 per year. That means 24,000. So the total cost of the house is rupees 24,000 plus 17,100. So this is 41,100 rupees. So he had paid, though the price of house was 24,000, but due to the installments and the interest, he had paid rupees 41,100 rupees to buy that house. Okay. Let's do one more problem. A machine depreciates in value at a rate of 10% every year on reducing balance. If the original cost be rupees 20,000, the ultimate scrap value of machine is rupees 13,122. Then find the effective life of machine. See, what you are given? That a machine depreciates in value at a rate of 10%, means it always have a value that is less than 10% of the original value. Every year it depreciates with 10% of the original value. That means the rate of depreciation is 10% of the reducing balance. So at initial, the cost of machine was rupees 20,000. So initial cost of machine is 20,000. At the end of 1 year, the cost of machine is it reduces by 10%. 10% means 10 by 100, that is 1 by 10th of 20,000. It is a decrease in the value, right? So the value of machine at the end is 20,000 minus this quantity. Is it clear? this is just the reduction in price of the machine. So the price of machine is 20,000 minus this much. That is 20,000 minus 1 by 10 of 20,000. So this is 9 by 10 of 20,000. So at the end of 1 year, the cost of machine is 9 by, you can say 20,000 into 9 by 10. Again, at the end of second year, at the end of 2 years, the cost of machine is again, it depreciates by 10% of the reducing balance. So, the value is again this minus 1 by 10 of this. So, it is again 20,000 into 9 by 10 into 9 by 10. So, this is 20,000 into 9 by 10 whole square. Is it clear? That this is just the reduction. The price will be the initial price minus the reduction. Okay, at the second year, this is the balance and its 1 by 10 will be reduced. So, the value at the end of second year will be 20,000 into 9 by 10 square. And similarly, at the end of 3 years, the value of machine will be 20,000 into 9 by 10 square and it's 9 by 10. That is 9 by 10, 3 and so on. Now see, if I assume that this is the initial term, then this is A. So this is A into R, then A into R square. Okay, this is 20,000 into 9 by 10. This is first term. Second term is 20,000 into 9 by 10 square. Then 20,000 into 9 by 10 cube and so on. Now what here given? That the value, the scrap value, that means after which no depreciation will be there, then machine is of no use. Then the last term is in this expression, the first term is this, second term is this, and the nth term is, or means the value at suppose n years. You have to find the life of machine. So let the life of machine is n years. Number of years is suppose n. And at the end of nth year, the value of machine is 13122 rupees. It means you have to find the life of machine. That means you have to calculate the value of n and you are given Tn. Okay. Now the formula for Tn in case of GP. Clearly this is geometric progression, right? If you divide this by this, we'll get 9 by 10. If you divide this by this, we'll get 9 by 10 again. So this is the question of geometric progression with common ratio 9 by 10. Now you are given that Tn is 13122. So put the formula for Tn. It's A plus A into R raised to the power n minus 1 and that is 13122. Now A is 20,000 into 9 by 10. This is A. And R, this is 9 by 10 raised to the power n minus 1 and this is 13122. So we have 9 by 10 raised to the power n is 13122 divided by 20,000. Okay. So if we divide it by 2, this is 2 6 are 12, 2 5s are 10, then 2 6 are 12. This is divided by 1, 2, 3, 4. So and you can say it 9 by 10 raised to the power 4. Okay. Now 9 by 10 raised to the power n is 9 by 10 raised to the power 4. So we have, comparing both sides, n is equal to 4. So the life of machine is only 4 years. Let's now discuss one more problem. That the number of bacteria in certain culture doubles every hour. if there were 30 bacteria present in the culture originally, then how many bacteria will be present at the end of 2 hours, 4 hours and n hours? See here, the initial bacteria was 30 and it doubles every hour. Doubles means you have the multiples of bacteria every hour. So when the multiples of the things are given, then clearly the problem is of geometric progression. Okay, if the increase in certain quantity or decrease in certain quantity is constant, then that problem is related to the arithmetic progression. And if the terms get multiplied, whether constant, whether decrease in the sense of decreasing or in the sense of increasing, but they are multiples of the initial term, then the problem is of geometric progression. So here it is clear, as the number of bacteria doubles every hour. Okay, so initially the bacteria was 30. At the end of first hour, the bacteria will be 60. 30 into 2. Again, double of 60, that is 120, and so on. This is the bacteria after first hour. This is the bacteria after second hour, then after third hour. So the initial term A is 30. And then 30 into 2. Then 30 into 2 square. And so on. So the bacteria after 2 hours is the third term, because after first hour it is the second term. Then after 2 hours it is the third term. So when we want to calculate the number of bacteria at the end of 2 hours, that means you have to find the third term. So third term of GP, T3 is A into R raised to the power 3 minus 1. So it is AR square. AR square is 30 into 2 square, that is 4. So 30 into 2 square, it is 120. You can see from here, bacteria at the end of first hour is 60. At the end of 2 hours, it is 120. Now the bacteria at the end of 4 hours will be T5. And it is A into R raised to the power 5 minus 1. So it is 30 into 2 raised to the power 4. So 30 into 8, it is 240. Next, at the end of n hours, you have to find T n plus 1. It is A into R raised to, it is 16, and it is 480, and it is A raised to the power n minus n plus 1 minus 1, it is n. So it is 30 into 2 raised to the power n. Next, let's discuss one more problem. A man gets an employment of rupees 750 per month with an annual increment of rupees 50, then what does he earns in 10 years? Now see, from which progression this problem belongs to? See, the initial salary of the person is rupees 750 per month. Okay, and you have asked how much he earned in 10 years. So, in the first year, he will be getting rupees 750 per month. So, the total earning in the first year, total earning in 1 year, it is 750 multiplied by 12. So this is 9,000 rupees. He earned rupees 9,000 in the first year. In the second year, the annual increment of rupees 50 was there. So the salary in the second year is rupees salary per month for second year is rupees 750 plus 50. So he will be getting rupees 800 per month for the second year. So in second year he get a salary, total amount earned in second year is 800 into 12. This is 9600. The salary per month for third year. Salary per month for third year is 800 plus again rupees 50 increment. So this is rupees 850. Now the total amount earned in third year is rupees 850 into 12. So this is 10,200. This much rupees. Now see, the first term is 9,000, amount earned in first year. Then amount earned in second year is 9,600. Amount earned in third year is 10,200 and so on. So how much amount he will get in rupees in 10 years? That will be the sum of the amounts earned each year. So it means you have to calculate the sum after 10 terms. Means you have to calculate S10. So as you have to calculate the total earning after 10 years, that means you have to find the sum of each term. Every year he get the salary, whatever the salary he get in 10 years, that is the salary of the first year, then the salary of second year, salary of third year, and we have to find the salary of 10 years. So it is S10, which is 10 by 2 into 2A, that is 2 into 9,000. Here A is 9,000, D is 600 and N is 10. So this is 5 plus 90 here. It is 5 into 18,000 plus 9 into 600. This is 5 into 18,000 plus 5,400. 5 into 13,400. 1,17,000 rupees. So he earned total 1,17,000 rupees in 10